A big announcement from the University of Kentucky today. The school plans to sell one of its laboratories to a pharmaceutical company. We'll tell you how much they're selling it for coming up.
The search continues for two Kentucky teenagers who police believe were on a crime spree. We'll tell you where they were last spotted coming up.
Police say a shoplifter tried to steal from a Danville grocery store and knocks down a security guard in the process.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening. A shoplifting case quickly escalates. A Central Kentucky woman is in jail charged with wanton endangerment. Now, police say a security guard was thrown to the ground when he tried to stop her from driving away.
Police say Kathy Ayala stole several items from the Kroger in Danville. You can see in this surveillance video she tried to outrun security guards. WKYT Sam Smith talked to police about the incident and has more on where they eventually tracked her down. He has our top story at 5:30.
The surveillance footage has it all. It shows the shoplifting suspect running out of Kroger with security guards right behind her. The suspect getting in her car. The guards trying to stop her before she puts the car in reverse and sends a guard to the ground.
But that escalated this simple shoplifting up to a robbery first degree and a wanton endangerment first degree.
Sergeant Chris Matano with Danville Police says anytime force or the threat of force is used during a theft, it increases the charges.
It's unnecessary, and unfortunately it happens all the time.
Matano says Kathy Ayala was arrested in Lincoln County shortly after the incident. She was found at the address listed on the car's registration, and state police brought her back to Danville.
The food items were recovered. Some of the lotion was recovered. There were some items that were stolen that weren't recovered.
As for that security guard, he was not hurt badly and continued on with his shift. In Danville, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Police say Ayala was not the registered owner of that car. As a result of the shoplifting incident, police picked up the owner on an unrelated outstanding warrant. Some early morning snow caused some trouble for Kentucky drivers. There were reports of several crashes, and some school districts had to cancel school because of the slick conditions, and that snow even continued into the afternoon. You're taking a look now at downtown Danville, where some light snow was still falling about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Well, the good news, it looks like the wintry weather has pretty much cleared out of our area.
And we're expecting a welcome warm-up as we head into our weekend. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a look at the spike in temperatures. And Chris, pretty big difference from what we have been dealing with.
Yeah, the next couple of days really going to be kind of a rose amongst a lot of thorns out there over the past several days. But we have been dealing with a little snow out there this morning into parts of central and southern Kentucky. And this coming out of Harlan County from just a little bit ago from my Kentucky Weather Twitter feed. It is snowing still in the mountains of southeastern Kentucky. A little coating here into parts of Knox County as well, not too far away from Barberville, dealing with some of the light snows that are beginning to taper off from around Corbin, Barberville, and points west from there. Still a little bit clinging to the hills in the southern parts of Leslie County, southern Hazard, southern parts of Perry County, just south of Hazard. And that again extends toward the Virginia border counties. Breaking up the action from Whitley City to Williamsburg and Corbin, Harlan County to Whitesburg and Letcher County. We may see the snow lasting for another hour or so we can pick up some localized 1-inch amounts in those higher elevations. Clearing starting to settle into town from north to south. As of now, we're down to 31 in Lexington, yet with more sun into northern Kentucky. Covington checking in at 38 degrees. Those weather headlines, southern flakes begin to get on out of here. A couple of days, scoot into town, but when you know it, it's only a couple of nice days that I'm tracking. As Old Man Winter fights back into the 7-day forecast just minutes away.
The search continues for two Kentucky teenagers who police believe are responsible for a series of crimes. Grayson County deputies say that Cheyenne Phillips and 18-year-old Dalton Hayes have crashed a stolen car and run from police before stealing another car. They were last seen spotted in South Carolina. Whitney Wetzel has more now from Dalton's mother. She says she just wants her son to come home.
Last I heard from him was on Tuesday at 5:48. texted me that he loved me and that he would call me soon, and I've not heard anything else.
Authorities continue to search for 13-year-old Cheyenne Phillips and her boyfriend, 18-year-old Dalton Hayes, who have been on the run now for nearly 2 weeks. They were last seen in a Manning, South Carolina Walmart on Monday. Authorities believe the two are traveling in a red 2006 Toyota Tacoma with Kentucky tags. Authorities say a firearm was in that vehicle when it was taken, and it's just one of 2 trucks that the couple is accused of stealing.
We do not want that situation to get any worse than it already is. Our biggest fear is that they steal another vehicle and that a law enforcement agency will get in pursuit of that vehicle. And obviously the outcome of that is usually not good.
While at the Walmart, police say the couple made 2 purchases there using stolen checks. The teens' families are now pleading for the pair to return home.
I want to say, please come home. You know, we love you, miss you all, and we need you home, you know, and safe. You know, we know that y'all have done wrong, but you need to step up and, you know, take the consequences of what you've done and come home.
We love you. We want you to come home. Please come home.
Police say it's unclear where they were headed when they left this store, but authorities in Myrtle Beach have been alerted to be on the lookout for those teens. Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
The red 2006 Toyota Tacoma that authorities say the teenagers stole has Kentucky farm tag 0050CD. If you have any information, you're asked to call police.
State regulators have fined the Campbellsville Fire Department $25,000 following the death of a firefighter. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Taylor County. Fire Captain Tony Grider died from injuries after he came in contact with a power line while helping the university's band take part in an ice bucket challenge in August. State officials say the department did not make sure firefighters wore protective helmets designed to reduce electric shocks and allowed untrained people too close to a power line. The fire department has until February 2nd to appeal the ruling. In Scott County, police have identified 3 people in connection with a shoplifting case. Police say last week a man shoplifted several items from Kohl's. Police were able to get these surveillance photos. When officers arrived, they say the man got into a silver Mercury sedan and took off with 2 others. We've learned that vehicle is stolen. The driver led police on a high-speed chase, hitting a police cruiser. The officer was not hurt in the crash. Police have warrants for Bernie Haddix, Shane Yeager, and Donna Evans. And in Clay County, a robbery led state police to a huge drug bust yesterday. Police tell us 2 men and a woman robbed the Liquor Mart on Highway 80 near Manchester. After looking at the surveillance video, they identified one of the men as Todd Ruth. Police went to a family member's home and found all 3 suspects inside a car in the driveway. They found an active meth lab along with items to make meth inside the vehicle. Police arrested Todd Ruth, Robert Young, and Sandra Miller. All 3 are in the Clay County Detention Center.
We have an update for you tonight about school closings for tomorrow. School officials in Whitley County tell us that school will be closed Friday, tomorrow, due to sickness. These schools will also be closed Monday for Martin Luther King Day. It's a decision that will bring in millions of dollars. The University of Kentucky has announced a decision to sell its Coldstream laboratories on the Coldstream Research Campus. Right now, the school has accepted an offer from Parimal Enterprises Limited, one of the largest companies in India. The Coldstream lab currently has 97 employees. The company bought the lab for more than $30 million.
Some changes are on the way for students applying to Transylvania University. School officials say submitting test scores is now optional. The school's president says research shows ACT and SAT scores are not always a clear indicator of how a student will perform in college. Students will still have the option of submitting scores if they choose to do so. The president says there are other ways of getting into the private university.
They will have the opportunity to submit extra writing samples, for example. We will strongly encourage on-campus interviews for those students, and we will look at an expanded transcript of co-curricular activities.
There are about 800 to 900 schools across the country that make submitting test scores optional. Yesterday, we told you about a continuing fund drive to restore a Southern Kentucky animal shelter destroyed by fire. The Knox-Whitley Animal Shelter was destroyed by fire in November of 2013. A new shelter near Corbin is nearly finished, but the shelter still needs a lot of money. And yesterday, we told you that the shelter had collected about $500,000, but we need to clarify that most of that money came in the form of insurance money and a loan that they had to take out to pay for the renovation. The animal shelter president says they are still in great need of donations to help finish the project.
The accident yesterday in Clark County involving a child dragged by a school bus has prompted our good question today. How common are accidents with children who are injured while getting off a school bus? Millions, about 23 million children ride school buses each year here in the U.S. An estimated 17,000 are injured in school bus related accidents. How are they injured? More than 40% of injured children are hurt by other vehicles near the bus. 24% of the injuries involve getting on and off the bus, which was the case in Clark County yesterday. The police report says an eyewitness claims the child's backpack or jacket may have become snagged in the bus door. Now, safety experts say that children should be taught to make sure their clothing or book bags don't get caught in the handrail or door. Obviously, harder to teach when the children are much younger. We have more details on what happened in that Clark County accident coming up on WKYT News at 6 tonight. If you have a good question, go to WKYT.com.